When we see the expression a plus b cubed, we're looking at a type of binomial expansion. A binomial is simply an algebraic expression with two terms. The exponent 3 means we're raising the entire expression a plus b to the power of 3. This is equivalent to multiplying a plus b by itself 3 times. Let's visualize what this means mathematically. We can rewrite a plus b cubed as a plus b multiplied by a plus b multiplied by a plus b. Notice how we're taking the original binomial and multiplying it by itself exactly 3 times, just as the exponent indicates. This representation is crucial to understand because it shows us exactly what we need to multiply. To find the expanded form of a plus b cubed, we'll need to multiply these 3 binomials together using the distributive property of multiplication. Expanding this expression will give us several terms with different combinations of a and b. Each term will have exactly 3 factors since we're multiplying 3 binomials, and the powers of a and b in each term will always sum to 3. In algebra, expanding expressions like the cube of a binomial requires careful attention to the multiplication process. Let's examine how to expand the expression a plus b cubed. To tackle this systematically, we'll first focus on expanding just the product of the first 2 factors using a technique called the FOIL method. To keep track of which terms we're multiplying, let's color code each variable. This visual aid will help us follow the multiplication process more clearly. When multiplying 2 binomials, the FOIL method gives us a structured approach. FOIL is an acronym representing the order in which we multiply: first terms, outer terms, inner terms, and last terms. This systematic approach ensures we don't miss any combinations. We start with f, which stands for first. We multiply the first term of each binomial, which gives us a times a. Using the laws of exponents, a times a equals a squared. Next comes O for outer. We multiply the outer terms, which are the first term of the first bracket, with the last term of the second bracket. That's a times b, giving us the term ab. I represents inner, where we multiply the inner terms. These are the last term of the first bracket with the first term of the second bracket. That's b times a, giving us ba. Finally, L stands for last. We multiply the last terms of each bracket, b times b, which gives us b squared. Now that we've calculated all 4 products using the FOIL method, we can write our expanded expression as the sum of these 4 terms, a squared plus ab plus ba plus b squared. Looking at our expression, we can make an important observation. The middle terms ab and ba represent the same mathematical quantity since multiplication is commutative, that is, a times b equals b times a. Let's highlight these equivalent terms. Since ab and ba are equivalent, we can combine these like terms. We have a b appearing twice, so this becomes 2ab in our simplified expression. This middle term 2ab is why we call this a perfect square trinomial. We've now successfully expanded the product of the first 2 factors of a plus b cubed. The result is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared, which is the square of a binomial sum. The FOIL method has helped us expand a plus b squared into a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. This pattern is worth memorizing as it appears frequently in algebra. The square of a sum equals the square of the first term, plus twice the product of the terms, plus the square of the last term. Let's continue our expansion of the expression a plus b cubed by using the distributive property. We'll apply a systematic approach to multiply these terms correctly. We already know from our previous work that a plus b squared equals a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Let's substitute this expression into our equation. Now we need to apply the distributive property. This means we multiply each term inside the first parentheses by every term in the second parentheses. We can rewrite this as multiplying the entire first expression by a plus multiplying the entire first expression by b. To make our work clearer, let's move this equation to the top of our screen and continue the expansion from there. Now let's carefully multiply each term one by one. We'll multiply the first bracket by a and by b separately to see each resulting term clearly. Let's start by multiplying each term in the first bracket by a. When we multiply, we'll use the law of exponents, which tells us that when multiplying terms with the same base, we add the exponents. For our first term, a squared times a equals a cubed. This is because when multiplying powers with the same base, we add the exponents. So a to the power of 2 times a to the power of 1 gives us a to the power of 3. For our second term, 2ab times a equals 2a squared b. The coefficient 2 stays the same, while the a gets an additional power because a times a equals a squared, and the b remains unchanged. For our third term, b squared times a equals ab squared. When multiplying terms with different variables, each variable keeps its own exponent. Here, the order doesn't affect the result, so a times b squared is written as a b squared. Now let's multiply each term in the first bracket by b. We'll follow the same pattern of using the laws of exponents to calculate each result. For the first term in this second group, a squared times b equals a squared b. Since a and b are different variables, we simply keep a squared and multiply it by b. For the second term in this group, 2ab times b equals 2ab squared. The coefficient 2 and the variable a remain unchanged, while b gets an additional power since b times b equals b squared. For the final term, b squared times b equals b cubed. Again, we add the exponents when multiplying powers with the same base. So b to the power of 2 times b to the power of 1 gives us b to the power of 3. Now we've calculated all 6 terms of our expansion. Let's display them together to see the complete result of a plus b cubed. Looking at our expression, we notice that there are some like terms that can be combined. For instance, there's an a squared b and another a squared b, as well as an ab squared and a 2ab squared. In our next steps, we'll combine these like terms to produce the simplified form of a plus b cubed. Let's examine the expanded form of a plus b cubed. When we multiply this out completely, we get these 6 terms. Notice that we have several terms with the same variables. For example, we have a squared b appearing twice and a b squared appearing twice as well. Let's simplify this expression by combining these like terms. Let's start by focusing on the blue terms containing a squared b. We have a squared b plus 2a squared b. When we combine these terms, we get 1a squared b plus 2a squared b, which equals 3a squared b. Now let's look at the green terms containing a b squared. Here we have 2ab squared plus ab squared. Combining these terms gives us 2ab squared plus 1ab squared, which equals 3ab squared. Now we can rewrite our simplified expression by keeping the a cubed and b cubed terms, which don't have any like terms to combine, and adding in our simplified terms 3a squared b and 3ab squared. Let's look closely at the coefficients in our final expression. A cubed has a coefficient of 1, a squared b has a coefficient of 3, a b squared has a coefficient of 3, and b cubed has a coefficient of 1. This coefficient pattern, 1, 3, 3, 1, is not random. It actually corresponds to the third row of Pascal's triangle, which gives us the coefficients for binomial expansions. This pattern always appears when expanding a plus b cubed. So our final simplified expansion of a plus b cubed is a cubed plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b cubed. This pattern can help us expand similar expressions quickly without having to multiply everything out. By combining like terms in our expansion, we've discovered the elegant pattern behind the expansion of plus b cubed, showing how algebra allows us to find structure and simplicity in complex expressions. Let's examine the complete expansion of a plus b cubed. When we multiply out all the terms, we get a specific formula with distinct coefficients. Looking at this expansion, we can identify a pattern in the coefficients. The first term, a cubed, has a coefficient of 1, though it's not written. The second term has a coefficient of 3. The third term also has a coefficient of 3. And the last term, b cubed, has a coefficient of 1. Together, these coefficients form the sequence 1, 3, 3, 1. These numbers aren't arbitrary. They follow a mathematical pattern that shows up repeatedly across different areas of mathematics. Understanding these coefficients helps us expand binomials more efficiently. The source of these coefficients is a famous mathematical structure called Pascal's triangle. Each number in this triangle is formed by adding the two numbers above it. The triangle starts with 1 at the top, and each row begins and ends with 1. The third row of Pascal's triangle contains exactly the sequence 1, 3, 3, 1, the same coefficients we see in our expansion of a plus b cubed. This is not a coincidence. When expanding a plus b to any power, the coefficients will always match the corresponding row in Pascal's triangle. This relationship between binomial expansions and Pascal's triangle is extremely useful. Instead of multiplying out all the terms, which gets increasingly complex with higher powers, we can simply look up the coefficients in the appropriate row of the triangle. For any expansion of a plus b raised to the power n, the coefficients will be found in row n of Pascal's triangle. For example, if we wanted to expand a plus b to the fourth power, we would use the fourth row, 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. This pattern works for any positive integer power and provides a systematic way to find binomial expansions. Pascal's triangle is not just a mathematical curiosity, it's a powerful tool that connects algebra, combinatorics, and many other areas of mathematics. In this example, we'll verify the algebraic expansion of the binomial expression a plus b cubed by testing it with specific numbers. To make our verification straightforward, we'll use simple values, a equals 2 and b equals 1. These values are easy to work with, but still demonstrate that our formula works. Let's start by calculating the result directly. We have the expression a plus b cubed. When we substitute our values, we get 2 plus 1 cubed. This simplifies to 3 cubed, since 2 plus 1 equals 3. And 3 cubed equals 27, which is our direct calculation result. Now let's approach the same problem using the binomial expansion formula. This will show us whether the formula actually produces the correct result. The algebraic expansion of a plus b cubed gives us 4 terms, a cubed plus 3 times a squared times b plus 3 times a times b squared plus b cubed. Each term has specific coefficients that come from the binomial theorem. Let's substitute our values into each term of the expansion. We'll replace a with 2 and b with 1 throughout the formula. Now we evaluate the powers in each term. 2 cubed equals 8, 2 squared equals 4, and both 1 squared and 1 cubed equal 1, because any power of 1 remains 1. Next, we multiply within each term. For the second term, 3 times 4 times 1 gives us 12. For the third term, 3 times 2 times 1 gives us 6. The first and last terms remain as 8 and 1. Finally, we add all 4 terms together, 8 plus 12 plus 6 plus 1. This gives us a sum of 27. The key insight here is that both methods yield exactly 27. This confirms that the binomial expansion formula for a plus b cubed is mathematically correct. When we expand algebraically, we get the same result as when we compute the cube directly.